So today we're going to be talking about the 4K discs that I think are my personal reference discs. What is going on, everybody? Tom Shadow Bash here, and if you love 4K movies and physical media collecting like I do, then rest assured you are in the right place. And today we're going to be talking about my 10 favorite reference discs in my collection. The 10 discs that I go to because I love them so much that they are also my go-tos to show off my TV or sound system with friends or family visiting. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Now, these 10 picks aren't going to be in any particular order. They're just my go-to 10 favorite discs that I think are not only referenced, but are just like my 10 favorite discs to throw in and just show off. But also, I have a very big honorable mentions list because originally, I was going to make a video where I was going to talk about all the discs that I think are reference discs that everyone should own in their collection that are in my collection. And I started recording it, but it was so exhausting and repetitive that honestly, it wasn't going to be worth it. I swear to you, it wasn't. So I have refined that list, but I am going to give my honorable mentions here. So in no particular order, these are the movies that didn't quite make my top 10, but are still absolutely worth having in your collection because they're both great in terms of video and audio. So we've got Almost Famous, Ambulance, American Psycho, Ben-Hur, Civil War, Constantine, Corpse Bride, Coraline, Dark City, Edge of Tomorrow, Field of Dreams, Fifth Element, Gattaca, The Fugitive, Gladiator, Godzilla -1, Gran Turismo, Greatest Showman, How to Train Your Dragon, Hurt Locker, I Know What You Did Last Summer, In Bruges, Independence Day, Indiana Jones, John Wick, Jaws, Joker, Kingdom of Heaven, A Knight's Tale, Knives Out, Logan Lucky, The Matrix, basically anything Pixar, Mission Impossible, Black Hawk Down, anything Christopher Nolan, really. Oblivion, Pacific Rim, Quick and the Dead, Saving Private Ryan, Shawshank Redemption, The Shining, Sicario, Sinners, Speed, The Thing, Titanic, Tron, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Warfare, War of the Worlds, and Wizard of Oz. You see how long that video would have been? So up first, we have Avatar and Avatar: Way of Water. I mean, just in terms of discs you need to have in your collection, I think these two are outstanding. I mean, look, James Cameron's 4K discs are controversial, to say the least, on 4K, but there's no denying that Avatar and Avatar: Way of Water look and sound incredible on the 4K format. I mean, visually, they are stunning, they are crisp, they are insanely sharp and colorful and vibrant. I mean, they make full use of that Dolby Vision, and also the Atmos mixes on both of these films, they're fantastic. I mean, they're fully enveloping, they use those Atmos effects so damn well. It creates this enveloping experience, and just bringing that theater experience home, James Cameron knows how to do that for these movies, and definitely give them a watch if you haven't, because they're just a real treat and a great way to show off. Then we have The Batman, the Matt Reeves film starring Robert Pattinson. This is not only my favorite Batman film, but this is a outstanding 4K disc. I mean, in terms of video quality, it looks wonderfully filmic, but it has deep blacks, great clarity and detail. I mean, it just really leaps off the screen, such a three-dimensional image, but the Atmos mix on this disc is so damn good. It hooks you immediately. It's just so in your face and punchy throughout. I mean, the Batmobile chase sequence, whew, that one gives me life. I mean, when that Batmobile starts up, you feel that bass, you feel that sound, and that just goes for every action sequence in this film, every punch, every gadget that is used, every just every little bit of the action in this film just sounds incredible. It's an amazing Atmos mix and an absolute reference 4K disc. Next, we have Dune Part 2. I mean, look, the first Dune looks and sounds incredible as well, but Dune Part 2 is unreal on the 4K format. I do wish this one had the IMAX ratio switches like it did in theaters. Unfortunately, we didn't get that on physical media. I'm still holding out hope that we might, but regardless, this is a gorgeous looking image, A, but B, this one is really worth having for the Atmos mix. The sound on any Denis Villeneuve disc in general just sounds amazing, but this one in particular, just like the opening sounds alone, just completely lock you into the experience. And since this is a very action heavy film and just an epic film in scope, it hooks you so incredibly well throughout with that Atmos mix. I mean, the sound is just so in your face in the best way possible, and I mean, if you want to show off your sound system, Dune Part 2 is a great way to do it. And speaking of Denis Villeneuve, Blade Runner 2049, holy shit, the sound on this disc. I mean, not only is the image gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, super sharp and colorful and vibrant. I mean, the visual aesthetic of this movie is just off the charts good, but the Atmos mix on this is unreal. I mean, every punch, explosion, crashing through a wall, every sci-fi sound effect, it just sounds immaculate. And just the way that everything bounces in the soundstage, there's especially one sequence in particular that takes place in, I think, what is it, like Las Vegas, where like there's like this Elvis hologram playing as Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford fight. Just the way that entire sequence sounds in Atmos is unbelievably good. But this is just one of the best sounding discs, full stop. And to this day, I still think it's one of the best sounding on the format. Hard to beat it. And again, great way to show off your sound system. Next, we have Ford vs. Ferrari. There's a lot of good racing films in 4K. I just recently checked out Gran Turismo, which was why I made my honorable mentions. That is an outstanding sounding disc. But for me, Ford vs. Ferrari is absolutely the best sounding racing film on 4K disc. And that's just my opinion, but I firmly believe that. Not only does this film look fantastic, I mean, the colors, the clarity, the sharpness, just the liveliness of the images, all there. But the Atmos mix on this one is absolutely one of the best in the format. Every racing sequence has that just visceral quality that it needs. The bass is incredible. The Atmos effects are used so damn well. There's one sequence that honestly is one of my favorite sequences to show off when I'm really trying to show off my sound system, where a car flips over the camera, but it sounds so real with the Atmos effects that I always physically jump and like just kind of bow down because it feels as if the car is actually going over me, and I've never really felt that effect since. And so every time I watch this film, I always look forward to that moment, and just the racing sequences in general. It's just such a good Atmos track that I feel like doesn't get its flowers. It's so good. Definitely check out Ford v Ferrari on 4K. It's a great movie in general, but definitely check it out for the audio. Next up, we got Mad Max Fury Road. This one is just one of my favorite action films, period, but oh my god, does this one look and sound amazing. I mean, it looks amazing, but the Atmos mix on this one is so wonderfully bombastic and in your face in the best ways possible, and it just has you from the jump, and it never lets up. Every action sequence has that vitality and that brute force nature to it that you want from this movie on this format, and I can't recommend this one enough. It's a movie I love revisiting, especially in 4K, and is absolutely one of the best sounding discs out there. Then we have the movie where I feel like everyone uses the same sequence to show off their sound system. I'm no different. I'm not gonna say I'm not. Ready Player One. Ready Player One has one of the best Atmos mixes out there, full stop. You can say what you want about the movie. I still love the movie. I think it's fun, and it was a great way of Spielberg returning to that fun sci-fi that people, know and love from him after a huge string of dramas. I really enjoyed this movie, but the Atmos mix is so much fun. And that racing sequence early on, which a lot of people use as like one of their demo sequences, it's amazing. Just the bass, the Atmos effects, the way everything bounces around in the soundstage is just amazing. It's one of the best sounding discs out there. Every action sequence just sounds wonderful, and I can't recommend it enough. If you're looking for something to blow you away in terms of audio, put in Ready Player One. It's a no-brainer. And then we've got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I easily could have put the original on this list as well, but I think there's a lot more creative flourishes in the second film that I think make it even better in 4K. And this is just a gorgeous looking disc. I mean, it's just an amazing looking movie in general. Just the creativity on display visually is unmatched, and it looks beautiful in the 4K format. I mean, it just leaps off of the screen. It's one of the best looking discs you could possibly see, especially if you have an OLED TV. This is one you can absolutely use to show it off. But the Atmos mix on this one is so fun, playful, dynamic. There's so many great Atmos effects during the action sequences that make it such a wonderful experience to behold. And it's not only one of my favorite animated films ever, but it's just one of the best sounding discs ever, in my opinion. Next up is Top Gun Maverick, which not only looked and sounded incredible in theaters, but they crushed this home release. I mean, it looks stunning in 4K. It's one of the sharpest 4K discs you will ever put in your Blu-ray player. I mean, if you really want to show off a 4K TV that you've got, put in Top Gun Maverick. It just looks immaculate. It's a beautiful looking movie, but that clarity, that detail, I mean, I don't think I have really seen many discs that have the clarity and just the sharpness as this one has. So if you're looking for something that's really going to be sharp as a tack, definitely put in Top Gun Maverick. But the Atmos mix on this one, also incredible. Just from the opening, sequence alone, with the score really hitting you and giving you that nostalgic feel, it just kind of rumbles your room. And that whole opening sequence, where Tom Cruise's character, I think, is going like Mach 5. It's beautiful. The whole movie sounds incredible. Every aerial sequence has that, quality to it that just makes you feel like you're listening to movie magic, where everything is just going perfectly across the soundstage. It's fully immersive and enveloping. It's just an amazing audio experience. And just in terms of video and audio, it's really hard to find many discs that beat this one. And last up on my list is one that I was hoping to God they wouldn't fumble because it's my favorite movie of all time. It's the movie that made me fall in love with movies and go down this whole career path. And that is Back to the Future. I mean, I think that they did an amazing job with this whole trilogy. I think they look and sound incredible, but they really crushed the original because I did not want them to fumble the ball with this one, but it looks amazing. I mean, this disc is a testament to what you can do with the 4K format, how you can take a classic film like Back to the Future, which came out in '85, and make it look like it was almost shot yesterday. I mean, the clarity, the detail, the colors just have so much more of a punch and vibrancy to them, and the sharpness is just unreal. Like, you're watching it and you're thinking there's no way that they were able to do this with this movie, and it looks amazing. It just looks like a completely new film in the best way possible, and all three of them look fantastic. And the Atmos mixes, thankfully, they're not just the kind of Atmos mix that they put the logo on the back and they don't really do much with. It's really fun. They've really upgraded the audio in amazing ways where it feels even more fun, immersive, and dynamic, where it just feels like every action sequence just feels even more magical than it did before, and it makes me feel like a little kid again. They achieved that same effect that I had when I saw it for the first time on TV, and you get that home theater experience with this release, and they crushed this whole collection, but they nailed my favorite movie of all time, and since it is my favorite movie of all time, it's my favorite disc. I love putting it in. It makes me smile, makes me feel happy, and it makes my heart smile. So there you go. So those are my 10 favorite discs on 4K. Let me know what your favorites are down below in the comments. What are your honorable mentions? What are your top 10 go-tos? Let me know down below. Obviously, my list is subjective. I'm not saying these are the 10 best discs out there. They're just my 10 favorites currently. So let me know what your favorites are down below. And until next time, everybody, I'm Tom Chattelbash, YouTube's most reliable movie critic.